Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome the fuck back. Let's just dig right into it. Jaime Munguia wins a unanimous decision against Takeshi Inoue. Now, that was a fantastic fight. These guys were going blow for blow, but it also highlighted a few things that we got to get to. If you listen to the commentators, these guys right here were completely biased. I guess they thought it should have been a very close fight. I think a lot of the rounds, parts of the fight were very close, but that doesn't mean that he won those rounds. So remember, just because rounds are close doesn't mean one guy is winning those rounds. And I think Jaime Munguia was in control of the fight for the vast majority of the fight. I thought he won at least 9 rounds clearly, in my opinion. It just looks like Jaime Munguia was controlling the fight with the jab. Every time he got in the center of the ring, he was doing a lot of great body work. He was landing the most power shots. Even if you look at the telltale signs of the fighter, Takeshi Inoue was having his eyes swell up. His whole face was bruised. And I believe it was in around the 9th or 10th round. It looks like he was almost ready to drop. But he held on. He's a tough, rugged opponent. He gave Jaime Munguia a much tougher challenge than he ever anticipated. I didn't even see him having a challenge this tough in front of him. Takeshi Inoue is a guy that's never been stopped, never been dropped, and has a great chin. But so does Jaime Munguia. If you look at the fight as well, Jaime Munguia looked fantastic at points, but also he absorbed too many shots, too many headshots. So his defense is something that he has to work on. He took too many clean overhand shots, and he looks like he had problems with getting out of the corner at times. So he has to work on being able to maneuver around the corner, learning when to tie up, and great head movement is going to be key. You have to look at those reasons and those things as factors that, Jaime Munguia has to improve on going forward, because as he raises the level of competition, these are things that he must improve on. He's working every day. And you have to realize this is still a very young fighter. He's still a little bit green, but he has top level power. And just because Takeshi Inoue has great chin doesn't mean that many other guys will be able to stand up to that type of power again and again and again. There was some speculation because Jaime Munguia was still attempting to make weight literally right before the fight. We have to look at it like this. Before the weigh-in, he was kind of struggling is the word that they've been stating. And I think that Jaime Munguia, per his corner, that these guys were preparing the same way they always do. And you know what? I think the weight, I know he's going to have to move up eventually, but these are the type of fights that improve a guy, that gets a guy to the next level. And these are the type of fights that Jaime Munguia needs. Jaime Munguia needs these rounds. He doesn't need to blow through guys. He needs tough, rugged opponent guys who are stubborn, who wants to go 12. This will help him with his conditioning. This will help him with the experience factor that he's missing and that he's lacking. These are the type of fights and rounds against tough opponents and competitors. What happens when a guy won't go away after the first 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, when he's sticking around, when he's throwing back, when he's making it difficult? How do you react? And Jaime Munguia showed a lot of character in this fight. I think it was a fantastic fight. I think it was a lot of competitive rounds, but I think Jaime Munguia did enough in pretty much the vast majority of the rounds to clearly win the fight. I don't see any controversy in it. I think he dominated the fight. He won at least 9 rounds, in my opinion. I do think Takeshi Inoue had a couple rounds here and there, especially early, but he was so unorthodox. He wasn't landing cleanly, and he only landed, a couple of overhands that were really clean every now and then, and that's when he trapped Jaime Munguia in the corner. Jaime Munguia was landing while he was in the corner, even though he was getting shots, and he also landed in the center of the ring and dominated the fight there. So you have to look at it. These are points in the fight that Jaime Munguia has to improve on going forward, keeping the fight in the center of the ring. Typically, Jaime Munguia is the guy that's going to come out and, take the fight to you. But this type of fight was Takeshi Inoue. He was taking a fight to Munguia because Takeshi Inoue, that's his style of fight. He's a rugged fighter. He has a very good chin, and he hung around for a very long time. And I think as Munguia gets better, he'll get more precise with his punching, and his chin is great as well. He took all of those shots. He stayed on his feet and didn't get rocked. So you have to give both guys credit. It was a great fight, and I think great things are to come for Jaime Munguia. Once again, unbiased as always, it's the IBFP.